Deep in the heart of a dense forest, a group of cave explorers had stumbled upon an entrance to a mysterious cave. They eagerly ventured inside, hoping to uncover its hidden secrets. The further they went, the darker and more treacherous the path became. But they pressed on, relying on their trusty flashlights to guide them. However, as they descended deeper into the cave, the narrow passageways began to close in on them. They soon found themselves trapped in a cramped space, with no clear way out. As they tried to navigate their way out of the maze, they began to hear strange noises echoing through the cavern. At first, they thought it was just their imaginations playing tricks on them, but soon they realized that there was something else in the cave with them. The explorers continued to make their way through the winding passages of the cave, unsure of what lay ahead. As they turned a corner, they were suddenly confronted by a group of creatures that had been waiting for them. The creatures let out a deafening screech, and the explorers realized that they were surrounded. The creatures had long, razor-sharp claws and teeth that glinted in the light of the explorers' flashlights. They moved with incredible speed and agility, and it was clear that they were not to be trifled with. The explorers tried to fight back, but it was no use. The creatures were too fast, too strong, and too numerous. The explorers were quickly overpowered and forced to retreat further into the cave. As they ran, they heard the creatures' screeches growing louder and more intense. The explorers knew that they had to find a way out of the cave before it was too late. But as they searched for an exit, they found themselves in a dead end. The creatures closed in on them, their echolocation piercing the darkness of the cave. The explorers huddled together, ready to make their final stand. But just as the creatures were about to attack, one of the explorers had an idea. He remembered reading that echolocation could be disrupted by certain frequencies of sound. Quickly, he grabbed anything metal he could find and smashed them together, causing the creatures to recoil in pain. The other explorers followed suit. The sound of clanging metal was deafening. The creatures screeched in agony, unable to use their echolocation to track their prey. The explorers seized their chance and ran past the creatures, making a break for the exit. As they ran, they could hear the creatures chasing after them, their screeches growing louder and more desperate. Just as the explorers thought they were home free, they stumbled upon another group of the creatures. This time, the creatures were even more aggressive, and it seemed as though there was no way out. But just when all hope seemed lost, the explorers heard a strange sound coming from deep within the cave. It was a low rumbling, almost like an earthquake. The creatures immediately froze in fear, and the explorers took advantage of the momentary distraction to make their escape. As they emerged from the cave, the explorers looked back in awe as they saw the cave collapsing in on itself. They knew that they had narrowly escaped with their lives, and they were grateful to be alive. But even as they made their way back to civilization, they couldn't shake the feeling that they had uncovered something truly terrifying. Something that lay hidden deep beneath the surface of the earth, waiting to be unleashed upon an unsuspecting world. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and click the thumbs up button below. It really helps the channel to grow. If you have any suggestions, please don't hesitate to write them in the comment section.